Life lessons from famous philosophers, wisdom to live by. In a world that moves too fast and demands too much, it's easy to feel lost. But long before social media, deadlines, and digital noise, philosophers were asking the same questions we still ask today: what is a good life? How do I find peace? What truly matters? Their answers weren't meant for classrooms or textbooks. They were meant for people just like us, searching, struggling, growing. Here are timeless lessons from famous philosophers that still guide us today. Question everything. Socrates believed that the greatest wisdom begins with curiosity. His famous line, "The unexamined life is not worth living," isn't just a quote. It's a challenge. We often live on autopilot, wake up, work, scroll, sleep, without asking why. Socrates teaches us to pause and question our routines, our fears, even our beliefs. Are they really ours, or were they given to us? Life lesson: don't just live. Reflect. Ask yourself, why am I chasing this goal? Does this make me feel alive or simply busy? Am I doing this for myself or to impress others? Real wisdom isn't about knowing everything. It's about being brave enough to keep learning. Balance is the key to happiness. Aristotle believed that a good life comes from finding balance, what he called the golden mean. Too much or too little of anything creates problems. Confidence is great, arrogance destroys. Courage is powerful, recklessness harms. Today we see extremes everywhere: overworking or procrastinating, fasting or binging, isolating or oversharing. Aristotle reminds us that peace lives in the middle. Life lesson: you don't need a perfect life. You need a balanced one. Try asking, am I working hard and resting enough? Do I give to others but also protect my energy? Are my habits helping my future self? Happiness isn't accidental. It's created through steady, intentional choices. Character builds your destiny. Confucius believed that success doesn't start with money, power, or status. It starts with character. Integrity, kindness, respect, these shape how the world responds to you. In modern life, many people chase results but avoid responsibility. Confucius taught that greatness begins with small daily habits: being honest when no one is watching, honoring your word, treating others fairly. Life lesson: the world may reward talent, but it respects character. When your values are clear, decisions become easier. Not because life gets simpler, but because you get stronger. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. From the Stoic school of philosophy, Epictetus shared a powerful truth: most of our pain comes from trying to control things that are beyond us. We try to control people, outcomes, opinions, even the past. But peace begins when we separate what we can control from what we can't. What you can control: your mindset, your effort, your reactions. What you can't control: other people's actions, the past, external circumstances. Life lesson: freedom begins when you stop fighting what you cannot change. Focus on your response instead of the problem. That's where your true power lies. Use your struggles to grow. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "He who has a why can bear almost any how." He believed that suffering is not the enemy. Without challenges, we never discover our strength. In life, pain is inevitable. But what we do with that pain, that's a choice. When you face hardship, ask, what is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to grow stronger? What purpose can I give this struggle? Life lesson: you don't need a life without problems. You need a reason strong enough to overcome them. Flow instead of forcing. Lao Tzu, founder of Taoism, believed that life has a natural rhythm. We suffer when we resist it. His wisdom is simple yet powerful: flow like water. Water doesn't force its way. It adapts, moves around obstacles, and eventually shapes mountains. In the same way, life doesn't always need to be controlled. Some things must be allowed to unfold. Life lesson: when things feel heavy, don't push harder. Try flowing instead. Sometimes letting go creates the space for clarity to arrive. Final thought: philosophy isn't theory, it's a guide for living. Philosophy isn't only for scholars. It's a toolbox for everyday life. When you feel lost, ask questions like Socrates. When life is chaotic, find balance like Aristotle. When your confidence fades, build character like Confucius. When anxiety rises, focus on what you control like Epictetus. When life hurts, give your pain a purpose like Nietzsche. When stress builds, flow like Lao Tzu. These lessons aren't just ideas. They're invitations. Invitations to think deeper, live wiser, and grow stronger. The world keeps changing, but wisdom stays. What lesson spoke to you the most?